will face Johnny Davis, then Keith Curcio and Dylan Tice. Those are the first three T-Bones up to bat in the lineup here in the first. And we're underway here in Sioux City as Dykstra starts Davis off with a strike. 7:08 start time, about 90 degrees here. Partly cloudy, sunny blue skies. Swing and a miss. 85 miles an hour on the breaking ball there for Dykstra. He's got Davis down 0-2. Davis, the switch hitter. He's quick. He's got 2 stolen bases on the season. I think 316 is the fastball is high for ball 1. James Dykstra comes into this one tonight 2-0 on the year, looking for win number 3 in his third start, the 1-2. Ground ball to Dykstra back to the mound. He'll flip it on the first, underhanded for out number 1.
Yeah, baby.
And in his first 2 starts, he has been excellent, winning both decisions. Last time we saw him was in Sioux Falls on Wednesday. He went 5 innings, allowing only 3 runs to score. Only 2 of them were charged against him. He gave up 6 hits, struck out 2, walked 1. So now he has Keith Curcio at the plate with 1 away, nobody on in the first. And the fastball is down and in for ball 1. Dykstra with a minuscule 1.64 ERA. As a foul tip by Curcio makes it 1-1. Dykstra not really a strikeout artist. Only 6 on the season. Only a K per 9 of 4.9, but he pitches to contact and he's a ground ball hitter. Or ground ball pitcher, I should say. The 1-1. Turns into 1-2. Remember talking to James after his last appearance on the mound about his start. Asked him kind of one of the pitchers he kind of emulates himself after. This is outside 2-2, and said Greg Maddux was a big guy that he followed in his youth, and that he learned and wanted to pitch like him. And I really enjoyed watching his games and watching him pitch. The 2-2 from Dykstra is inside, and the count's now full 3-2. The interesting thing about Greg Maddux, too, and Dykstra alluded to this, is that Maddux at the beginning of his career was that guy that could throw the ball very hard as anybody. He could just blow it by you if you had to. Payoff pitch from Dykstra. Curcio. Check swing at a high fastball. Curcio, though, does not offer on the appeal. Says third base umpire mark good. So he'll walk on down to first base.
Second base, number
1 out
17,
walk
Dylan
given up by
Tice.
James Dykstra. There's a man aboard for Dylan Tice. Dylan Tice is 5th in the American Association with a .414 batting average. Hitting from the left side, and he takes strike 1. But Maddux, let's get back to that, he was a flamethrower and had great stuff early in his career. But then yet once he got older and all that kind of started to fade away, he was still able to stay effective. As the pitch just misses high and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. And part of what Maddux did was his control was unbelievable. Didn't walk any guys, painted the corners, and that's what Dykstra does here. Pitch to contact, and clearly Dykstra has learned from that. Working from the stretch here, the breaking ball's in there for a strike. 1-2. And that's what kept Maddux in the league for so long and pitching at such a high level, too. Don't forget, Greg Maddux was also a fantastic defensive pitcher. He fielded his position better than maybe anyone else. Kelly setting up high at the letters. The pitch is swung on and lined into center field, and that'll get down for a hit. Austin plays it, bounces off of his glove, and going up to third is Curcio. So it's a base hit for Tice, and then an error on Jay Austin to allow Curcio to move up to third. And now the T-Bones have runners on the corners with only one out here in the first inning. And Zach Walters steps in. Walters with arguably probably the most major league playing time, does have the most major league playing time than anybody on this field tonight. 4 seasons in Major League Baseball, 85 games total. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Dykstra could use a double play ball here. The middle of the infield has changed a little bit for the Explorers. The last 3 nights, Jose Sermo played at third and Baum at second. Mongo switching things up in the lineup tonight, putting Sermo at second and Baum back at third, his natural position, and the pitch is inside. Walters has to juke out of the way. So now the double play battery is Sermo and Sampson up the middle. Sermo, a utility infielder, he can play just about everywhere. Before the 1-1 pitch, Dykstra's going to twirl around and check on the runner at first. Righty in a little bit of trouble here in the first inning. The Explorers last night gave up 5 runs on 7 hits in the top of the first inning. 1. Swing and a miss. Fastball paints the outside corner. Walters goes chasing and can't come up with it. He's down 1-2. Dykstra, a strikeout here. Boy, that would be a big out, as that would take the sacrifice fly out of the equation. Or any ground ball that's unable to be a double play ball but would score the run from third. All they would need is to get the 1 out. The 1-2 to Walters. Ground ball second. Could be the 2 we need. Flip to second for 1. Sampson to first. Double play. 4-6-3 gets them